If you want to fire yourself from your business so you work less hours, this video is going to show you 3 ways how to fire yourself from your business so you can crush your demanding schedule and have a business that supports your life instead of consuming it. Hi, I'm Chris Ward from Win the Hour, Win the Day, and I help entrepreneurs stop working so hard. If you even spent one day with me, you would hear me say that businesses do not run on memory. They do not run on memory. And so many of us small business owners, entrepreneurs run around remembering things, thinking, oh yeah, I know I do this every day. But that is just wearing you down with decision fatigue, and it's subject to human error, and it's definitely a problem. But I know you're thinking systems, I don't want to have systems. They really limit me. Well, actually, they're going to give you all the freedom in the world because you won't be using that brain power recycling ideas, because your brain is meant to create ideas, not to recycle them. So I understand systems and processes can sound really heavy, but that's because you're thinking from an old mindset of when you were an employee and they were static in nature and not written by the end user and usually just there to cover liability. Well, this would be very different in your business, especially if you follow our videos. We teach you how to use super toolkits, which is a game changer. I guarantee you'll love them. So think about how it would give you freedom. Don't put your mind back to what you were held sort of hostage from as an employee. I also don't want you to limit yourself by thinking, okay, well, when I get caught up and then I'll create all these systems. That's not going to work either, because systems don't work when you just sit there on a Sunday banging them out and then you go to use them and you realize, oh, I missed steps and there's all this misinformation in there. So what we want to do is make it really easy for you to build them out as you're working. To start making processes, it doesn't have to be this big, heavy, labor-intensive thing. Whatever you're doing, let's say you're writing out a document, I'm just being silly here. Just write it out, and as you're doing it, use a screen capture. I happen to use Loom. It's free. And then all you do is you start the recording and do the work that you're doing anyhow, and just talk out loud as you do it. So instead of just having internal dialogue, just speak out loud and say, okay, we do this. Boom, boom, boom. Or it could be something like we go into our LinkedIn connections once a month, we scroll through them and we see anybody with a job because they're not my ideal audience. So we want to clean up our LinkedIn list. And just as I'm doing this, I'm explaining what I'm doing. And then you can say, oh, and then we go in and we delete the people that have a job or that have no picture. That's something else we do. So I'm just talking as I'm doing some work. And then you just hit Loom and here you go. You have got that show and tell videoed very clearly for them to write it out. They can write the steps out, put the links in. Here we are on LinkedIn. This is the process. And you know what? They could even get it transcribed for like 10 cents a minute. It's just, don't get buried in these being big official processes. Just start it, because I always say create, use, and edit, and that will move you forward so much farther than trying to come in on a Sunday and get these big processes done. Number 2, in order to fire yourself, you need to have a team. Team does not need to be heavy and clunky or expensive at all. It's extremely affordable. So check out our other videos. We'll explain that, or reach out to me personally. Very, very affordable. And a team, I'm all about a super lean team. So you can run quite a successful company, with 1 or 2 other people. But do understand, just having a VA doesn't mean it's having a team. That is a VA, and often what happens, you dump stuff on them, but it's not really creating a team mentality where they manage you instead of you managing them. And the third way to fire yourself is to grasp and understand time. Okay, so time is not something you outrun. I thought that for years. I just thought go faster and faster. So time, it's really not about managing time, it's about managing energy. So one of the first tips I would give you is the most important work that you need to do that requires the most focus or attention, do the first hour of the day. You are wasting so much energy, power, decision fatigue, attention residue by going into your emails and having your brain go in all those different directions. I know, you think you need to check your emails first, but that is just fear-based, and that means you are really, frankly, a sufferpreneur. You're not creating a business or a format where you can accelerate your ambitions, all right? 3 ways to fire yourself. If this was helpful to you in any way, please hit the subscription button below and check out our Winner's Circle. I guarantee you will love our new Winner's Circle.